To the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. Completed here to Johnston. Third and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And 4th and 4 coming up.
You know, it's tough to succeed a linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
The Rams take over first and 10. Their own 20-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10. Man in motion here. On first down, they'll run. And that's good for a gain of 5. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
A handoff for Williams, running left. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1. Rolling left, buying some time. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
A good opening series has him across midfield now with a new set of downs. First carry here for the rookie out of Texas A&M. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 13. Throwing the out route complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
To number 82. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st down from the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that is how our 1st quarter will end as that pass falls. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Rams in a real good spot to score. There's a give, left side. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 yards, and they're sitting on 3rd and goal now.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Keep it on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Johnston brings it in. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Second and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. It's Herbert once more. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kobe Durant has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to pick six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Herbert back to it after the pick. That throw finds Johnston. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. It's caught. This is Lad McConkey. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Herbert. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Stopped by Deion Henley. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Here's second and 7. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. They have themselves another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. Ooh, that was not what they were thinking. Loss on that play. They're going to have to think about it now for a few moments more as we have hit the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now, off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. So that brings up 4th and long. The Rams are set to punt. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
You can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Rams are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Kick taken in here at the 17. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He puts some power on a deep one left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Dump off caught by his back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
They go play action here. Andrews with the catch. And they get this down to the 28. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Still sticking with the passing game. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Hall will take it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams grow the lead coming out of halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams take a 3-possession lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed here to Johnston. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Herbert on 1st down. Johnston brings it in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Herbert from the gun. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings them to 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Herbert to throw once more. Oh no, they get him yet again. Keitrell Clark picks it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That pick 6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. That's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams make it a 24-point ball game.